2002, we actually set up a project called the Limpopo Initiative for Newborn Care. And the purpose of the project was to improve the quality of newborn care throughout Limpopo. So there was a team of people that actually came from UCT and UKZN, and that team went around the province to different hospitals to improve newborn care, and we developed tools. That was Professor Malan and Dr. Greenfield, Ms. Mzolo and Ms. Loli Mashal, and we initially developed some guidelines on newborn care and on the management of newborn care. But we actually found that the doctors found the guidelines very useful, but the nurses didn't use the guidelines that much. In fact, with newborn care, the nurses are very, very key to the management of newborn babies. They really take the lead in the management of babies. So we realized that we perhaps needed a different approach. The nurses see the babies, they need to be able to apply the principles of newborn care. So I had also been working with IMCI, the Integrated Management of Childhood Illness, which had guidelines in a particular format that looked at classifying illnesses. And the nurses really worked well with these guidelines, so we decided in the management of the sick and small newborn that we would utilize a similar approach. And that's when we embarked on developing these particular guidelines.
The MSSN and anti-neonatal transition and neonatal resuscitation is part of the package called LINC package, which is the Limpopo Initiative for Newborn Care. So its aim is to improve the quality of care of all newborns in the province. It does that by basically helping the healthcare workers gain some skills in the management of common illnesses in newborns, and then using those skills to manage those children in different hospitals, from the district hospitals and regional hospitals.
Okay, so we developed the content for the training, and it was focused on the basics of transition. We also covered the physiology of transition and the pathophysiology that was required to understand resuscitation and the transition process. So we developed this package, and we actually developed it as an e-learning package. So we developed that together with the University of Limpopo, and we've actually got the package as part of the Blackboard training. We also have it as Moodle training. So it's something we expect all our interns to do, and all our doctors to do, and all our advanced midwives to do this course.
The main role players it's basically healthcare workers in the regional hospitals and the district hospitals. So basically we support the regional hospitals and the district hospital healthcare workers, being the doctor and the nurse. So we prefer to have a pair because they are the ones working together in the nurseries and in maternity wards. So basically the target will be the doctor and the nurse working in every neonatal service in the province. It has a very great impact and had positive impact. As I said, the LINC package started way back in 2003, and it was documented in the province that it reduced the neonatal mortality. So it really helps because it improves the quality of life of those children. So some of the children that wouldn't have survived, because of the package, we managed to save them, and it has shown some great positive improvement of neonatal care in the province.
I've been working in neonates for the past 6 years, and we've had different people coming in and going, and one thing that has remained constant throughout the years has been the guidelines that we are using, the MSSN guidelines, which I find to be very appropriate and easy to follow for any level of care for a newborn. So for our hospital, we've been utilizing these guidelines quite optimally, and people love and they actually can follow these guidelines because they are grouped according to sections and according to the most common conditions that we encounter on a daily basis when it comes to newborn care.
It also gives confidence to those people. Sometimes you can have the knowledge, but if you do not have the confidence to manage the newborns, you might end up doing unnecessary mistakes and the outcome will be dire. So it really helps. This package is very important, and everybody I think who's working in the neonatal units or the nursery should familiarize themselves with the package and the guidelines so that they can be able to do optimal work with these newborns.
One of the objectives of this program was to make sure that we empower colleagues, being the nurses, the nursing staff, the doctors, including the parents who were mother lodgers here, including the community who are related to these mother lodgers. So the success or the achievement that we had, it's a lot. But just to mention one example that still inspired me. We have a nurse here from University of Venda. She's currently here doing her clinical from the university. When the nurse came 3 weeks ago in our unit, she came to me and asked me if I still remember her. I couldn't recognize her, I didn't remember her, but looking at the face, I could tell that I know something about this face. So she reminded me that she was one of the mother lodgers 3 years ago. She delivered a premature baby that was weighing 800 grams. And she was still young by then because she was around 17, 18. She didn't have hope of going back home with that baby. But because our nurses that we have trained, because with this program we are also training the staff nurses and the enrolled nurses who are also assisting us in looking after these babies. They befriended her. They were talking to her, counseling her, empowering her about caring about the baby that she had, because she was afraid of the baby. She didn't want to touch the baby. She didn't want to come and feed the baby because she was afraid and wishing that, thinking that the baby won't even make it. But the nurses that were there, because they were empowered, they managed to assist her to love the baby, to accept the baby, to build that confidence to say, this baby will make it and this baby will grow and become healthy, and then she'll take that baby home. Then she said all that, the way she was managed in this unit, motivated her to say what the nurses did at Letaba, by empowering me, by making me to have that confidentiality. It's possible that a premature baby can be discharged home healthy. She even showed us the photos to say this baby has grown up, and the baby has grown up so well. And she said, I told myself that I'm also going to give back to the community and do what the nurses at Letaba did to me. And indeed, 3 years ago, she went to University of Venda to become a nurse. And now she's saying she wants to continue because she has developed a passion of taking care of babies. So she will continue and specializes on pediatrics so that she can take care of the babies as well, the way Letaba did to her.